couple of reasons. I don't think he had it secure to begin with. He didn't get it that deep. He had it at the wrist. He was guillotining here. When you guillotine, I train with a lot of guys that have good guillotines, and there's a guy in my gym in particular who has a very good guillotine. And you want to go much deeper, like coming to the elbow, really, to really secure it, almost like a rear naked choke. Let me put my phone down a bit. When you're guillotining, if you catch it here, you can try and guillotine like this, but you probably want to go high elbow, which I think he did try. I think from what I saw, but I only saw it once. It looked like Conor did try and catch a high elbow guillotine. He tried to get his elbow over the shoulder, which locks it in place. It's like I think Marcelo Garcia does it. Comes here and drops the elbow over the top, so you can't get your hands in anymore to defend it, which is really good. So that would have worked if he'd have got it, but he dropped and then tried to loop the elbow over. So whichever variation he wants to go for, he could go deeper on the guillotine, or go for the high elbow guillotine. But he didn't have either grip when he went to the floor. He just had the head grabbed. Secondly, that's Dustin's move. Dustin is well known for having a fantastic guillotine. So he absolutely knew all of the body mechanics required to avoid being in that submission. So you saw him walking up the cage so he could post his neck vertically, so that Conor couldn't if he'd have stayed horizontal and Conor had the grip, he could have completely stretched him away with his legs and pulled on his neck. But Dustin went up the cage and made himself more vertical, so that Conor couldn't to move away from Conor's legs, and so Conor couldn't stretch his hips away from his neck. When you get the guillotine, if you can stretch your hips away, you can really put the pressure on the neck. So that's the second thing. Dustin defended it very well because he knows the move very well. Conor didn't have a great bite on it when he went for it. That's why I think the guillotine failed. Thirdly, guillotines in MMA are tricky because of the gloves. Of course, you can do them. You can do all the same stuff. You can do submissions, but it's a little bit harder getting your hand in. A little bit. Once it's in, it's a little bit harder to get your hands in to defend. But trying to get your hands together, trying to loop them in the right way to then hoist up that high elbow that Conor was trying, probably a little harder in gloves, I think, to get that sort of grip. So a number of factors led to it. I think it was probably